The federal decision nobody's talking about. Silver dealers say this is it. We've got 30 days. The Commodity Futures Trading Commission reached a $145 million settlement. This story has not hit mainstream media, and it's leading to a tightening in the silver market coming right at our silver price. Check this out. Well, if you're interested in silver, click that link in the description. Money Metals is holding this contest. They're giving away 20 Silver Eagles. Every month they hold this contest. It's free. It's fun. Click that link. Take home that silver. Now, look at this. This is from QZ.com, and they're showing that the CFTC, that's the federal agency that overlooks buying and selling of silver, the court ordered a $112.7 million restitution plus a $33 million civil penalty. It's a big financial shock, and it's going to force insurance companies and possibly government-backed funds to release liquidity to the victims of this scam. Anytime that this much cash moves into the economy in a short window, it has ripple effects. If victims decide to reinvest that cash into hard assets like silver, we could see a short-term boost in demand, and that is going to squeeze silver price. Here's the squeeze. Look, this is from valuewalk.com, and they're showing that this case was all about fake silver shortage. That's what happened. These companies promised clients that they were storing their silver, but it turns out they didn't actually have any of it. This truly happened. The court case is done, and the settlements are being pushed out. So this has investors reevaluating their trust in paper silver and shifting toward physical, like you and I, stackers, physical silver. And this shift to the physical, especially if thousands of fraud victims now demand real delivery at the same time, that's going to push pressure on vaults, pressure on refiners, pressure on dealers. And remember, silver's small. It's a small market. It doesn't take a lot of added demand to make this move in price. Look at this. This is the 30-day window that we're seeing. This is from the Silver Institute. We have silver ETF redemptions. Just wrap your mind around all of this coming at us. Silver ETF redemptions, if investors shift from paper to physical, that's a strong bullish signal. We have COMEX inventories, right? Available silver drops, price usually follows upward. That's what happens. We have victims paying out all at the same time. They're getting this cash and they're all buying at the same time. This is all headed for silver. When a scam like this hits, it really has such a ripple effect. And talking about scams, I was lucky enough to visit the Money Metals vault this week, and they showed me how they're dealing with all the silver scams.
So this is the Sigma Metalytics Pro. The Pro does 4 things. It tests the resistivity of a sample just under the plate. It tests through and tests the resistivity just to make sure there aren't any foreign contaminants. It also conducts a electronic thickness test, testing the thickness of the item, and then a specific gravity test to make sure the density is correct for the metal type. So the Sigma has preset metal purities. So right now we're on 4.9 plus gold. So we'll test the counterfeit first, just to show you what it looks like. The biggest thing that I noticed right off the bat is this barely fits under the smallest sensor of the Sigma Pro. So I'll go ahead and change the weight to 1 ounce, since this is supposed to be a 1 ounce bar. And you can see both of these arrows are indicating that it is not passing the resistivity test. So the second thing that we do to make sure, specifically with gold, because there are metals out there that can mimic the resistivity of gold pretty well, like tungsten, we're going to measure and select the sample type, which is rectangular in this case since it's a bar. And then we'll bring this down, and you can see right off the bat that the Pro is calculating the size to be much smaller than what the physical size of this sample is.
So even the rectangle is not the right shape.
Correct. Yes. So we'll do both of those tests to ensure that this sample is not passing correctly and make sure that it is indeed a counterfeit or inauthentic gold bullion piece. You can see the width is not correct. And then you can also see the length is not correct.
It's really scary because that packaging is pretty good. I mean, I would think.
So this one is a real one.
Yeah.
And you can see it is a pretty good counterfeit. There are some tells that you can tell. The text is a little thicker on here. There's extra plastic around the edge of the assay, but the biggest tell is the thickness of the two bars. The real one is way less thick than the counterfeit. So we'll test the real one here just to give you an example of how real bars are supposed to test. So you can see both my arrows are in that green zone, which indicates that it's passing the resistivity test for the 49 pure gold. We'll measure it, and we'll back it up to the dotted lines, and you can see that it's passing the width and it's passing the length. The length of the bar is still in that green zone, which indicates a positive specific gravity test. So this bar is measuring the way it's
Own silver. Click that link in the description. Thank you, Money Metals Exchange, for sponsoring this channel. It's a great contest. Every month they give away 20 silver eagles. Every month. Click that link. Be the next winner on that list. Take home that silver. And I'll see you on the next one.